Hey, yo, what up, everybody? It's Off to Great Wall. It's Mike Chen here.
Dan Chen here.
And if you haven't heard already, please check out our Double Chen channel. You can click the link right over here.
That's me and Mac coming at you.
That's right. Anyway, you probably have heard of Confucius. You know, the guy who many people think writes for the fortune cookie company.
Wait, he doesn't? Confucius was very influential even to this day, but there are other philosophers throughout Chinese history who also made significant impacts on traditional Chinese culture. There were 7 philosophers, known as the Pre-Qin 7, referring to the 7 great thinkers in the Spring and Autumn Warring States period before the Qin dynasty, who made everlasting impacts through Chinese history.
The 7 philosophers named Kongzi, Mengzi, Han Feizi, Zhuangzi, Mozi, Xunzi, and Laozi. So you probably noticed that all their names all have the zi at the end. Zi literal translation, of course, is kid. But in this case, the zi is added to their name as a sign of respect because they are great thinkers and great teachers. So anybody who was considered a great thinker or teacher, they would be referred to by their last name and the word zi. So if Dan and I were great teachers, we would be called chen zi.
Nice! Let's start with the philosopher we are all familiar with, Kongzi, or Confucius. He was born in 551 BC in the Lu state of China. His teaching focused on creating ethical models of family and public interaction, personal and governmental morality, justice, sincerity, and setting educational standards.
Confucius's ideas were not embraced during his lifetime, sadly, and he was forced to leave his home state of Lu and wander throughout the different countries. He died in 479 BC.
It wasn't until after the collapse of the Qin dynasty did Confucius's thoughts received official sanction and were further developed into a system known as Confucianism.
Confucianism later became the official imperial philosophy of China and was extremely influential during the Han, Tang, and Song dynasties.
Confucius's principles had a huge impact in common Chinese tradition and belief. He championed strong family loyalty, ancestor worship, respect of elders by their children, and of husbands by their wives, and coined the well-known principle, do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself.
Number 3, Han Feizi. Elements of Chinese legalist philosophy can be traced to the 7th century BC, but it was Han Feizi who developed the precepts of this political philosophy into its definitive form.
Unlike the other famed philosophers of the time, Han Feizi was a member of the ruling aristocracy, having been born into the ruling family of the state of Han during the end phase of the Warring States period.
Han Feizi belonged to the school of legalism. Legalism assumed that people were naturally evil and always acted to avoid punishment while simultaneously trying to achieve gains. Thus, the law must severely punish any unwanted action, while at the same time reward those who follow it.
His philosophy was very influential and became one of the guiding principles of the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. Number 7, and finally another philosopher who you may be familiar with, Laozi.
Literal translation is old kid.
Old kid.
Ooh.
Laozi is best known as the author of the Tao Te Ching and the founder of Taoism. He is also revered as a deity in the Taoist religion.
As legend has it, Laozi underwent a profound spiritual awakening and then traveled to the western frontier where he disappeared forever into the land of the immortals. The last person he encountered was a gatekeeper named Yinxi, who requested that Laozi offer to him and all of humanity the essence of the wisdom that had been revealed to him. In response to this request, Laozi dictated what was to be known as the Tao Te Ching.
The Tao Te Ching, often called simply, you guessed it, Laozi, after its author, describes the Tao, or Tao, as the source and ideal of all existence. It is unseen, but not transcendent, immensely powerful, yet supremely humble, being the root of all the things. The Tao Te Ching intends to lead students to a return to their natural state, in harmony with Tao.